Hey guys, it's Miss Janet and it's week 3 of STEM. Can't believe we're at week 3 already. I've got something for you today that I'm only going to get you started on because I want your brains to kick in and evolve farther and farther and farther in this assignment than what you're going to see me doing. I've got some strange things on the table. I have Reynolds wrap, you might know it as aluminum foil. I have parchment paper. I only use it when I bake cookies. And then we have something interesting for this assignment. It's cling wrap. We'll talk about that as we go along. You also see some other strange things on here. Got 2 shoes, not a pair, but 2 shoes. They've each got something a little bit different that we're going to add to this as we go along. We are going to be doing a study of friction, and friction has to do with heat producing. And if you rub your hands together and that heat that you feel, that's friction. Is friction friend or foe? It just depends. It depends on how you want to use it. So we're going to do a little bit of a study on friction. And what I have set up for you here is super simple, guys. Anybody that knows that a right angle, and some of you young kids may not know this yet, but in geometry, a right angle is 90 degrees. If you go all the way around a circle, you would get 360 degrees. We're not going all the way around the circle. We're only going to try to go to 90 degrees. If anybody makes it, I know I'm going to be impressed. So what we've done is we've taken 90 degrees. This is 0. This is 90. Halfway through is 45. Half of 45 is 22.5 on either side. You can zoom in on this if you need to see the numbers yourself, but we're good. Okay, I also have several other things here. This is just a piece of cardboard, but I've wrapped it in aluminum foil. I have a small block of wood. We're going to test and see what happens. How high can we get before we lose our block of wood? Friction is holding it all this way. And look, we're beginning to see a slip. We only got to about 22.5 degrees. That's not very impressive, but we'll go on and see. I also have a piece of plexiglass. It seems smoother than even the foil does, but let's see what happens. Gonna lay it down. We're gonna start our lift. What happens? Wow, we've just cleared 22.5. And we start losing it somewhere around 30, 25, 30. So now I'm going to change the friction. Those are both very smooth. I need my block back. This is also a piece of cardboard, but I have a piece of sandpaper attached to this. This is not smooth at all. Watch what happens. We're at 0 and we're going up. We cleared 22.5. I say we cleared 30. Is friction friend or foe? Friction is doing its job. Look how high we can get before we lose this block. I'm starting to have a little bit of fun on this. Okay, so what? So it's a block of wood. Let's take some of these other things and try it all over again. But this time, and I really hope to have this really cute little baby size 5 shoe. But I don't have a baby size 5 shoe, so I got a grown-up size, not 5. Okay, this has rubber on the bottom. This is still smooth. Friend or foe? More friction, less friction. Let's just see what happens. Oh, that shoe looks huge from here. We got a slip somewhere around maybe 28, 30, something like that. Let's take the same thing. Also a rubber shoe, but look at the difference of this. We have so many different edges that has the opportunity to grip. Let's see what's happening. Man, that shoe looks huge. Here we go. All right, this is my hiking boot. Ooh, I hope I never climb this angle. But if I do, that's looking pretty good. That's looking real good. starting to slip a little bit. Almost 45 degrees. Guys, I don't climb like that. Don't worry about it. Now, if you want something to move smoothly and you want it to move easily, you need less friction. That's the difference between a piece of plexiglass and a piece of sandpaper. I have something else. Kind of been looking forward to this. I have a pan, but my pan is actually a sheet of ice. Let's see what happens to our wood on a sheet of ice. How many of you guys have ever walked around on a frozen sidewalk? How many of you slipped on a frozen sidewalk? Something interesting's happening here. Actually, I didn't expect this. You know what's happened? It's actually stuck. It froze to it for just a minute. Now let's see if we can get it to go now that it's loose again. All right, look at that. We can't even get to 22 degrees with this. Can barely get there. I think it keeps freezing. You guys are gonna have to figure this out. Oh, wait a minute. I know what's wrong. There we go. And nope, that didn't work. Okay, so maybe it's the wood. Maybe the wood is freezing up to this ice. That's a little disappointing. See what happens with my shoe. All right, look at that. Yep, not wearing those outside. Hiking boots gonna help me any? I don't know, let's just see. A little bit better. Still not hiking in those on the ice. I'll stay off the ice. Guys, I want you to think of many different surfaces that you can use. Can you find a piece of rubber like you might see on the bottom of a shoe? Can you find a piece of glass or plexiglass? Please try to avoid the glass. That could be bad. Cardboard, a piece of wood. I actually have a piece of wood, not here. Had a piece of wood, forgot to bring it out. And I want you to use a piece of wood, a smooth piece of wood, maybe a rougher piece of wood. But all you need is a small block of some kind. You know what would work? Do you have stacking blocks at home? Do you have, you could even do it with a can if you don't put it on its rolling side. There's a lot of different things for you to use. This is very easy to make. Some of you littles may need some help from your folks, but all I did was taped it to a box. It's STEM, guys, figure it out. Okay, how about we talk about next week? Next week, I want you to take a look and see if you can find a shoebox lid. And it really needs to be the type of shoebox that has 4 edges to it. I purchased these today. They're felt pads. Remember, this is for next week's project. These are felt pads like you might see under the chair on a piece of furniture. But if you have checkers, we can use those too. I'm going to teach you guys how to play or how to make a couple of board games next week. So look around for a couple of shallow lids, shoebox lids, even cereal boxes. If you cut one side out, we're going to have a nice shallow box. I'll have some more on display for you later. Look inside the print, or I'm sending you a PDF for your moms to print out, and you're going to be able to keep a chart of the wood block on ice slipped at this level, on sandpaper it went to this level. Just tell me what degree you were able to get to before things started sliding around. Guys, use your imaginations, be creative, and do more than this. Excited to see you guys. Love ya. Bye.